giving you 10-watt 450 nm laser and 2-watt 1064 nm laser in their most powerful laser engraver. Now, LaserPecker 4 can engrave virtually any material. It is paired with a new sliding extension and cutting plate that extends the engraving area. Its dual red light focusing technology achieves accurate focus in seconds. With the cutting-edge laser divider and fast axis collimator (FAC) lens, and compresses high energy into an ultra-fine laser focus. All your laser work will be exquisite with impeccable detail. You can seamlessly switch between two laser sources with just a single swipe. The 1064 nm IR pulsed laser enables 8K HD photo engraving at extremely high speed. Now, you can choose any material and bring all your creative ideas to life by combining it with the dual light source laser module. To further enhance the user experience, LaserPecker 4 introduces a new adjustable rotary axis attachment that allows you to engrave on any curved object surface. The entire process is streamlined with assisted positioning tools and one-touch engraving, enabling you to effectively save time during mass engraving tasks, and the 180-degree rotation gives you more freedom for creative engraving. LaserPecker 4 cuts 8 times faster than previous laser modules and has a maximum cutting depth of 8 millimeters. From idea to creation, we never stop imagining. LaserPecker 4, the world's first smart dual light source laser engraver.
Are you looking to turn your ideas into reality? With LaserPecker 4, you can personalize your thermos with your favorite designs. This machine handles both engraving and cutting, allowing you to craft exquisite dog-themed photo frames. Create a one-of-a-kind leather clock pendant. Etch various images onto slate with perfect clarity. For your business, design a custom acrylic Wi-Fi sign. Empower your business with LaserPecker. Thanks to its portable and compact design, LaserPecker 4 can accompany you wherever you go. No need to worry about running out of power, even when working outdoors, as the LaserPecker Power Bank Plus has you covered. You can easily customize the Apple Watch band you choose. This empowers you to create personalized gifts with just a few simple steps. Select your preferred image, configure the parameters, and initiate the process for a swift completion. When it comes to metal bracelets, LaserPecker's precision engraving ensures intricate, detailed designs that truly stand out. LaserPecker 4 supports batch engraving and then cutting afterward without additional setup, saving you time and allowing your work to be done more efficiently. Handheld engraving, allowing your creativity, is not limited to any area. Picture adding a touch of fun and personalization to the everyday items we use, transforming each day into an extraordinary experience. Create personalized anniversary gifts. Craft heartfelt homemade greeting cards and experience the joy of personalization as you delight your loved ones with heartfelt gifts. LaserPecker 4, making every moment extraordinary.
LaserPecker's smart dual light source laser system creates a new generation of laser engravers, giving you 10-watt 450 nm laser and 2-watt 1064 nm laser in their most powerful laser engraver. Now, LaserPecker 4 can engrave virtually any material. It is paired with a new sliding extension and cutting plate that extends the engraving area. Its dual red light focusing technology achieves accurate focus in seconds. With the cutting-edge laser divider and fast-axis collimator (FAC) lens, and compresses high energy into an ultra-fine laser focus. All your laser work will be exquisite with impeccable detail. You can seamlessly switch between two laser sources with just a single swipe. The 1064nm IR pulsed laser enables 8K HD photo engraving at extremely high speed. Now, you can choose any material and bring all your creative ideas to life by combining it with the dual light source laser module. To further enhance the user experience, LaserPecker 4 introduces a new adjustable rotary axis attachment that allows you to engrave on any curved object surface. The entire process is streamlined with assisted positioning tools and one-touch engraving, enabling you to effectively save time during mass engraving tasks, and the 180-degree rotation gives you more freedom for creative engraving. LaserPecker 4 cuts 8 times faster than previous laser modules and has a maximum cutting depth of 8 millimeters. From idea to creation, we never stop imagining. LaserPecker 4, the world's first smart dual light source laser engraver.
Are you looking to turn your ideas into reality? With LaserPecker 4, you can personalize your thermos with your favorite designs. This machine handles both engraving and cutting, allowing you to craft exquisite dog-themed photo frames. Create a one-of-a-kind leather clock pendant. Etch various images onto slate with perfect clarity. For your business, design a custom acrylic Wi-Fi sign. Empower your business with LaserPecker. Thanks to its portable and compact design, LaserPecker 4 can accompany you wherever you go. No need to worry about running out of power, even when working outdoors, as the LaserPecker Power Bank Plus has you covered. You can easily customize the Apple Watch band you choose. This empowers you to create personalized gifts with just a few simple steps. Select your preferred image, configure the parameters, and initiate the process for a swift completion. When it comes to metal bracelets, LaserPecker's precision engraving ensures intricate, detailed designs that truly stand out. LaserPecker 4 supports batch engraving and then cutting afterward without additional setup, saving you time and allowing your work to be done more efficiently. Handheld engraving, allowing your creativity, is not limited to any area. Picture adding a touch of fun and personalization to the everyday items we use, transforming each day into an extraordinary experience. Create personalized anniversary gifts. Craft heartfelt homemade greeting cards and experience the joy of personalization as you delight your loved ones with heartfelt gifts. LaserPecker 4, making every moment extraordinary.
LaserPecker's smart dual light source laser system creates a new generation of laser engravers, giving you 10-watt 450nm laser and 2-watt 1064nm laser in their most powerful laser engraver. Now, LaserPecker 4 can engrave virtually any material. It is paired with a new sliding extension and cutting plate that extends the engraving area. Its dual red light focusing technology achieves accurate focus in seconds. With the cutting-edge laser divider and fast-axis collimator (FAC) lens, and compresses high energy into an ultra-fine laser focus. All your laser work will be exquisite with
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the LaserPecker CraftZone Studio. I'm the host, Rick. So while we're waiting, guys, I actually see some old friends and some new friends in the live stream. I see Perry, Dave, Anthony, Perry. So I also see people from Tampa, Florida. So big shout out to Florida, all right? And I do see Joe and question about how do we join tonight's giveaway thing. So I will introduce all the rules and how you can get into the giveaways a little bit later. So just bear with me and I will introduce all the content of today's live stream. All right, guys. So in today's live stream, I'm going to show you guys how you can use LaserPecker LP4 to do some best-selling laser engraving products. So before this live stream, I actually went to different kinds of social media platforms and also like craft sites and also like our own community, which is CraftZone. And I searched for the most liked, most popular, and most trending, and also the best-selling laser engraving products online. And actually, I do find out there's a lot of kind of products out there. So I figured out why not just in today's live stream introduce you guys how you can use the LaserPecker LP4 to do those best-selling laser engraving products. So you can actually get some ideas and also insights about what kind of crafts you can do with our machine. And maybe you can start to make your own laser engraving business, whether it's gonna be like a side hustle, you wanna do it as a part-time job, or you wanna go like with a full-time job and just start your own brand and doing different kinds of customizations, guys. So that's basically the main topic of today's live. I'm gonna show you guys how you can use the LP4 to do those kind of projects. So before we dive into the actual content today, I wanna show you guys something real quick. So check out this, guys. If you guys can see it, we do have the LaserPecker LP4 that is engraving the tumblers right here. And the reason why we started engraving before the live stream is because typically when you engrave this size of tumbler and you do have like a big designs, like a big file, it's normally gonna take around like 40 to 50 minutes to complete. It really depends how complex your designs are and also how big you wanna go with. And plus, guys, for this one, we actually want to do a 360 degrees all around kind of design around the tumblers. Because normally when you do like use the Rotary extension to engraving, a lot of times you just engraving like one spot, one specific spot on the tumbler. But in this time, we want to do a like 360 degree all around kind of design with this tumbler. So that's why we started engraving process before the live stream, because I don't want to make you guys wait during the whole live stream. But once it's finished, I also show you guys how you can do it with yourself. I'll show you guys the step-by-step tutorial, how you can get this kind of design. And what's special about this tumbler is normally, if you see this tumbler, it comes in like a milky white color, right? So after engraving, you will see like a blackish, grayish kind of color. But for this one, after engraving, I'm gonna brush away all the residue on top, and you can actually see the rainbow effect underneath the spray. Because this one is actually come with some electroplate kind of color. And this time we haven't have this product on our website. But in the future, and also shortly, we're gonna start to have these kinds of tumblers comes in different colors, and they're all electroplate. So after engraving, you'll see kind of colorful and rainbow effect. So don't forget to check it out. All right, I just wanna talk about this and get it out of the way. So back to our topic. In today's topic, I'm gonna use the LP4 to do different kind of customization, just like I mentioned earlier. And the reason is because one, during the LP lines, because we do have LP1 all the way up to LP5, different kind of models, right? And LP4 is one of our signature product because it's versatile, it can do different kinds of engraving cuttings with different kinds of material. And also when you use with different kind of accessories, which means like we do have slide extensions, roller extensions, you can do different kind of customization. For example, you can do cylinder object with the roller extension. You can even engraving on a baseball bat or like a baseball. And with the slide extension, it's gonna expand the working area, which means you can engraving on large object. It's gonna give you more area, more space to engraving on big stuff. And plus, guys, with the LP4, you can do it with handheld mode, which you simply just take the laser unit off from the electric stand, and you can engraving on the wall, on your car, on your motorcycle. So different reasons. And so basically in today's live stream, we're gonna have different kind of customization like I mentioned earlier. So the first one is gonna be the tumbler, right? And for the second one, it's gonna be a hoodie. I'm gonna show you guys how you can laser engraving a photo on a t-shirt or on a hoodie. Because lately, we've been receiving a lot of comments and questions from our customers. They've been asking, hey, how can engraving on hoodie? I want engraving on like, let's say material is cotton. I want engraving on cotton t-shirt. How we can do that? A lot of times they just get a burn kind of results. So in today's live stream, I'm gonna actually show you guys how you can engraving a photo on a hoodie. So stay tuned. I'm gonna show you how you use the LP4 to do this. And I know a lot of you guys out there do have one of these LP4 in the house, right? And last but not least, which is the third project, we're gonna show you guys how you can engraving on a, like a pet's name tag, like for a puppy or for a cat. But this time around, we're not just only gonna do a regular kind of engraving, we're gonna do a color engraving demo, guys. Because last month, we actually dropped a color engraving videos in this YouTube channel. So if you haven't checked it out, don't forget to check it out, the color engraving videos after the live stream. We'll show you guys how you can do it with the LP4 and also the LP5. So basically, in today's live stream, I'm gonna do a simple demo to show you guys how you can use the LP4 to do color engraving on the puppy's name tag, okay? So that's basically the main content of today's live stream for the crafting contents. And then it's like, just like you guys asked before, we do have giveaways / lucky draws in today's live stream. So in today's live, we're gonna have 3 rounds of lucky draw. For the first round of the lucky draw, we're gonna have 1 viewer to receive the $50 LaserPecker gift card, okay? We're gonna have 1 viewer to receive that. And then for the second round of the lucky draw, we're gonna have 1 viewer to receive the $100 value LaserPecker gift card as well. And last but not least, for the third round of the lucky draw, we're gonna have 1 viewer to receive the Rotary extension, just like what I'm using right here. So the Rotary extension is compatible with LP4, LP5, and LX1. So if you do have one of those machines in the house, don't forget to stay till the end, because one of you are gonna receive the Rotary extension, and the value of this accessory is around $400, guys, all right? So basically, that's pretty much it. And also, we do have the live-only discount in today's live. So if you see at the bottom of today's live, you can see use the discount code LP bonus in the next 48 hours. And if your total value of your order has reached $1,399, you can use this discount code to get extra $100 off. And this offer is stackable for the mid-year sale, because we do have the mid-year sale that is going on our website. And this offer is stackable, which means you can get discounts during the sale, and you can still use the live stream only discount code to get extra $100 off. Just make sure you apply the code LP bonus when you're checking out. And keep in mind, it's only lasts for the next 48 hours, all right? All right, do you guys have any questions? Let me check the comments. Hello from Nebraska. Shout out to Nebraska, New York, Illinois. Howdy, how's it going? And photo on the hoodie. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna show you guys. You know what? Why not just show you guys right now? So as you guys can see, we do have this one right here. This is kind of like a hoodie without the cap. I mean, without the hood. So I'm gonna show you guys how you can get this kind of effect. All right. So as you can see, we do have a photo right in the middle, and here this is how it looks. All right. So I'm gonna show you guys how you can do this kind of design. And hello, Joe. So without further ado, guys, let's get straight into it. The first project, I'm gonna show y'all how to do this. So first of all, before we start, let me show you what you need to get prepared for this project. I see a comment from Chelsea. That's super cool. I'm excited to learn more about engraving on clothes. And yes, of course, we're gonna dive into for the second project. So back into our first project. For this one, of course, you're gonna need one LaserPecker LP4. And plus, guys, if you use the Rotary extension, make sure you have to assemble the riser right underneath the laser unit. If you guys can see, I do have the riser base on my left hand. So in this way, you're gonna have more kind of rooms for the focal distance. Yeah, the riser base right here. So when you use slide extensions and Rotary extension, make sure you assemble the riser base. But for LP5, you don't have to. Only for LP4, you have to assemble the riser base. So LP4 with the riser base, and of course, you're gonna need the Rotary extension. And plus, guys, you're gonna need some tumblers. You guys probably can't see it right now. So this one, we do have some of the tumblers right here. And this comes in white colors, and I'm engraving those before the live stream. So that's what I'm talking about the rainbow effect, guys. Because if you guys can see, these kind of tumblers come with like electroplate kind of color. So after engraving, and when you brush off the residue from the top, you will have this kind of effect. So we're gonna have this kind of accessory, not accessories, materials on our website shortly. So that's the third thing, which is the tumblers. And also you're gonna need one of these caliper, or if you don't have this, it's completely fine. You can use the measuring tape, which comes with the toolbox. You can find the measuring tape in the toolbox as well. So you either wanna use this or the measuring tape. It doesn't really matter. And also, what are you gonna need? So that's pretty much it. And also I do have some brush and also some water, because afterwards we're gonna clean up the rotary extensions right here. And plus, guys, right here, this one is what you need as well. This is called the hex key, and you can find this in the toolbox as well. So without further ado, guys, let's get started. And as a matter of fact, it's still engraving, so I'm not gonna let it finish the whole design. I believe it's gonna take around 3 to 5 minutes, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna cancel the engraving and hit OK. So let me raise the electric stand. And let me remove this from the rotary extension first. So I want to show you guys real quick. So please give it a look. So after the engraving, you will see it's still kind of blackish and gray color on the top, right? But afterwards, after we engraving, we wanted to dunk this into some water and also use some soap to clean it up. So I'm gonna clean it up later. I'm just gonna set this to the side. So basically, like I mentioned earlier, you want one of these tumblers. So when you purchase this kind of tumblers, it comes with the handle, right? So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna use the hex key to remove the handle from both sides. It's gonna have 2 screws underneath the handle. All you have to do is to take the hex key and take it off from the tumblers. Next thing, you wanna remove the lid as well. And let's go ahead and assemble this. So for the rotary extension, it comes with 3 different kinds of jaws. Let me release this. It comes with 3 different kinds of jaws. So for example, this one is gonna be the single step jaws. And it also comes with the double step jaws and also the stud components. So different kind of jaws to fit different kind of materials, because all materials comes in different kind of size, right? So the first thing I'm gonna do is, give me a second. All right, I'm gonna unplug all the cables and release the angle adjustment knob and tilt it to 90-degree angle. And secure the knob one more time. So normally when you engrave, when you're trying to fit these tumblers on top of the stud component, this is how you do it, right? You grip the single step jobs like this. But the thing is, if you grip like this and you try to engraving this area, the jaw is gonna get in the way. So when you engrave this part, it's gonna engrave on the single step jaws, but not the tumblers. And also, if you guys can see, this kind of tumblers, it comes with different weight proportions, right? This part definitely way more thicker, way more heavier, and this part is much more smaller and it's lightweight. So when you grip like this, sometimes it's gonna tilt during engraving process, right? Engraving process. And once it's tilted, you might not have the great engraving results since the focal distance is changed. So in this live stream, I'm gonna show you guys a little trick about how you can grip this kind of tumblers nice and secure during the engraving process. So in this time, we're actually not gonna do it like this. We're gonna put the single step jaws right into the tumblers right here. So we're gonna grip from the inside. And let me show you guys how you can do this. So first of all, you wanna use the single step jaws just like this one. And I wanna lock this first. So pretty much all you have to do is minimize the dial here and stick the tumblers right on the top, right? So like this, and expand, just expand the dial and just wait till it is secured. So once it's secured, you wanna release the knob, tilt backwards and lay it flat. So we're just gonna roughly secure this for now and use the hex key. So make sure the grip in the inside is evenly on all the steps. Like for the single step jaws, you make sure it's gripped nice and evenly from the inside. So once it's even, you want to use the hex key, pull in the dial, and secure the tumblers from the inside. So it's going to expand from inside. That's why it's secured. And then you want to release to check it. So if it is not secure enough, you want to lock this dial again and use the hex key to secure the tumblers a little bit more. And then once this part is secure, you want to release this and tilt it to 90-degree angle. You can see there's a little numbers here, but once you receive the rotary extension, you can see there's numbers you got from 90 degrees all the way up to 180. So we're going to set it to 90 degrees. And also use the hex key to secure this as well. So once it's secure, guys, before we put this into the LP4, you want to give it a twist. See if this part kind of hit the base. So because it comes with two handles, right? So you don't want this to hit the base during the engraving process. So make sure you give it a little twist and see how it goes. I want to make sure it's not going to hit the base. So once you make sure it's all set, we're going to plug in all the cables. And also plug in a power source and place this right under the laser unit. All right, so I'm gonna set it in this way. So we're gonna just roughly position the rotary extension because we're gonna adjust the position once we get into the software. All right, so let's go back to the LDS. I'm gonna use my cell phone to show you guys how you can do this kind of designs. So basically, all right, you guys see it. So basically, you wanna go to settings first because since we're using the rotary extension, of course, we will want to enable the rotary extension feature. And go back to the creation page. So once you enable the rotary extension features, guys, you'll see there's a difference. So in regular engraving kind of mode, you will see like a red and also blue rectangle in the creation page. But once you activate the rotary extension, you will see it becomes like a long way from up to down kind of red kind of rectangles, right? And import file. So I already got the files in here. So actually, when you first came in, it's gonna look like this, from sideways, from left to right. But when we do engraving, it's gonna be engraving like in this way. So you have to rotate your image. I wanna set it to 90 degrees. So in this way, it's gonna do like a 360 kind of designs on the tumblers. And you can choose different kinds of process mode. And in this way, I want to do with fill, which is black and white. And make sure, guys, you have to be mindful of the direction of your designs. Because normally, when you engrave, you'll face your machine towards yourself, right? But since I'm doing a live stream, I face the machine towards you guys. So I have to make sure that the direction of the file is correct, so it's not going to come out like upside down. All right? Okay. So we set it to fill. And also, before we set up the width and height, guys, I want to show you guys something real quick. So, like I mentioned earlier, you need this. You need this to measuring. So before you're engraving, you want to take one of these tumblers and use the caliper to measure the diameter of your tumbler. So for example, let's say I want to engraving on this part. Of course, I want to measure this part diameter. So let's see, I believe it's around like 97. Yeah, 96.9. Yeah, 97 millimeters. So keep in mind, guys, you have to remember the numbers because we want to type in the number into the software. So go back to the LDS and hit preview right here. You see, please enter the diameter of the rotary extension. I mean, it's supposed to say the diameter of the object. So it's going to be 97 millimeters. So once you import the numbers, guys, you can see the parameter instantly changed to 304.73 millimeters. So once you type in the diameter, it's gonna change the corresponding parameters. So make sure you have to remember the parameter of the certain area, because like I mentioned in the very beginning, we want to do a 360 all around kind of design around the tumbler. So 304. And if you do want to kind of like all around kind of size, you want to go to the height. Remember, guys, it's the height, not the width. Set the height to the exact number of the parameter of the engraving area. So in this way, once you start engraving, it's gonna engraving the like a 360 kind of design. So once you import a height, we're gonna hit preview and also import the diameter, which is 97. And then next step, you want to adjust the position. I want this blue line set right in the middle. If you guys can see, there's a blue line right here, right? And also I want to adjust the height of the electric stand. Wait until those two red dots overlap. So move this to the sideways a little bit more. And there we go. And at this point, you want to adjust the position of your file a little bit based on how big your object is. If you do engraving on tumblers like this, you can adjust the positions by moving the rotary extension, or you can adjust the position of the file. And also, I'm gonna hit scroll, and it's gonna scroll during engraving. It's gonna preview the engraving position. So hit scroll. And there we go. I want to lower the stand a little bit more. So before you start engraving, guys, make sure you always hit scroll to test, because as you guys can see, there are two knobs here. You don't want, once you start engraving, you don't want those two knobs to hit the protective cover. Otherwise, it's going to hit it and it's going to fall off. The protective cover is going to fall off. And in that way, it's going to mess up your project. So also, when you hit scroll, you can see the engraving area. And as you guys can see, it do a 360 kind of a rotation. And that means we can have a 360 degrees all around kind of design. Okay, but, and also hit next. And you can select the engraving workflow. It doesn't matter which one you choose. So in this way, I want to go with new engraving settings. So for this tumblers right here, here's the parameters I want to go with. I want to use diode laser, 4K for the resolution, 73 for the power, 70 for the depth, and only one pass. So if you guys want to remember the parameters, you can do a screenshot or just go ahead and write down the parameters. So once it's all set, I'm going to go next and click the arrow on the top, guys, if you guys can see it. You can see all the parameters like power, depth, and also the resolutions, what kind of laser source, how many passes, those kind of stuff, and hit start to start the engraving process. So it's gonna take some time to transmit the file, and while we're waiting, guys, if you guys do have any questions, now it's time to answer your questions. And I'm not gonna wait to the whole design to complete. It's gonna take some time, especially we do have these large files. It's gonna take around like 60 seconds to transmit the file, and then it's gonna start the engraving process. I see a question from Perry. Does lasering on clothing affect the strength of the materials? Well, personally, I haven't tried on those kind of clothing as well, because we do have all these designs on top of the like hoodies and stuff, but I'm not 100% sure about it's gonna affect the strength. But we're gonna use a very light kind of power and source, only on the surface, just like a kind of burn the surface a little bit more. So in that way, I believe it's not gonna affect the strength, since you're not gonna go through, right? If you go like too much power and depth, and the design go right through the clothing, whatever the material is, I believe in that way it's definitely gonna affect the strength of your material and of your clothing. But since we're gonna use a light kind of power, it's not gonna affect it's not gonna affect the strength of the clothing. And plus, guys, while we're waiting, I want to still emphasize this, because we do have this live-only discount code in today's live stream. As you guys can see at the bottom of today's live stream, we do have the LP bonus, which you can get extra $100 off if the total value of your order reach to $1,399. And this offer is stackable for the mid-year sale. And also, guys, it's only valid for the next 48 hours. So if you do want to invest one of the LaserPecker machines, whether it's going to be LP1 or way to LP5, and you do want to start your own laser engraving business in this year, don't forget to take advantage of this offer and use the code LP bonus. All right. So while we're waiting, guys, I'm going to let it engrave for, let's say, a couple minutes, maybe 1 minute. And while we're waiting, I want to move this water down from my desk because I want to clean it up and show you guys the rainbow effect. So basically, this is what you need. I got a bucket of water here, nothing fancy, just some good old tap water. And I do have some toothbrush and also some toothpaste. So you don't have to use this. All you need is some soft brush and also some soap. But at this point, I don't have any soap. So I'm just going to use some toothbrush and also some toothpaste. So what we're going to do is we're going to dunk this just on this one, just what we just engraved. We want to dunk it in water. And also I want to use some toothpaste and some brush to brush off the residue from the top. So soak it first, and I want to show you guys how it looks. So this is how it looks for this point. Please give it a close-up shot. Right, this is how it looks, and we're gonna brush the surface. So it's gonna remove all the residues from the engraving. As I brush, guys, you can start to see some colors coming out. And also all the residue is gonna be clean. So I'm just gonna roughly brush all around these tumblers here. And also the different side. So once it's all brushed, I'm gonna dunk this back into the water and give it some rinse. So just all I'm doing is rinse under the water, and then I'm gonna take a rag and just clean off all the water from the surface. So there we go. Here's how it looks for this tumblers, guys. Give me a second. This is how it looks. Give it a close-up look, guys. So once it's clean, you can see we do have this rainbow kind of effect right underneath this color, right? And also we do have this one. This one is kind of like an all-around kind of engraving. This one right here is kind of milky white, and this one is straight white colors. So it comes with different colors and different kind of effect. You can really see the color transitions right underneath the surface, guys, like from kind of yellowish to purple to kind of green and stuff. And you can get this like all around. You can get that, like I mentioned earlier. Once you set the height of your file to the exact parameter of the engraving area, you're gonna have this 360 kind of design. All right, so that's pretty much for this tumbler. And I'm gonna pause the engraving because it's gonna be exact same. These two is gonna be exact same tumblers and exact same files. So cancel the engraving, switch off the Rotary extension, and remove this from the Rotary extension. And there we go. I just like let it engrave like just a little bit, not too much, but I do this one like on site, so you guys can see how it goes. So once it's finished, it's gonna look exactly like this. So like I mentioned earlier, once it's engraved, it's kind of like a blackish and gray kind of color. And once it's clean, you can see all the colors effect right on top. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much for the first project, which is how you can use the Rotary extension to engraving on tumblers like those. And without further ado, let's get straight to the second project, which is the hoodie. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting and asking questions about this. So what you're gonna need is one slide extension. So I'm gonna set it right here for this now. And also you're gonna need the LP4 as well, of course, the riser base. Always don't forget to put on the assemble the riser base when you use the slide extension, also the Rotary extension. And also you're gonna need the closing. So for this one, I'm gonna engraving on the t-shirts here. So you guys can see it's kind of like a kind of brownish kind of color. So I want to engraving right around my chest. So I'm gonna place this on the desk. Yeah, set it to the side. All right. Oops. So the first thing we want to do is we want to fold the clothes. And when you fold the clothes, guys, make sure it is nice and flat. You want to flatten out while you're folding, because in this way, you're going to have a nice and flat kind of effect. So while it's engraving, it's not going to mess up the results. Fold this side as well. I want to fold it into like a square shape. And this side, maybe a little bit more. Press it down, guys. Make sure while you before you do the engraving. So once we fold both sides in, fold it again, and fold it back. Oops, I messed up on this. So take this like this, fold it, and fold it as well. So like this, flip it to front and press it down. Make sure you always flatten out your shirts or the so you do dishes and laundry folding, you're hired. That's a great one. That's a great one, Joe. I like that one. This is actually professional laundry folding technique. So basically, we're gonna put this on top of the slide extension. And also you need some of these guys right here. So I'm gonna drop here. So if you guys can see, we do have some clipper here. So the point is we're gonna use this clipper to secure the clothes from both sides. So two of these clipper here and two of them right there to make sure it's not gonna move and also like fall off during the engraving process. I see a question from Nikki. Is this t-shirt 100% cotton or another material? Now this material is not cotton. It's called I believe it's called chamois. It's CHAMOIS. The material is called chamois. All right. So we don't really recommend for you to try to engrave it on cotton because it is flammable. So a lot of times when you do the engraving, it's gonna burn during the engraving process. I mean, even though you can set it to very low kind of power and depth, but there's still have a chance to burn the material, and you might not have a great results for your project. So that's why when you're engraving on clothes, guys, the key thing is to choose the correct material. All right, it doesn't matter. It's gonna be like a t-shirt, hoodie, tank top. This doesn't really matter. Just the material. To get the correct material is the key thing. So there we go. This is how it's set up. We fold it like what Joe mentioned. We do the laundry folding technique. All right, and we also use a clipper to secure the t-shirts on top of the slide extension. So once it's done, we want to place this underneath the laser unit. And of course, I have to plug in all the cables. So give me a second. Oops. So once it's plugged in, you see it start to gliding, right? I want to sort out all these cables here because I don't want all these cables to get in the way while I do this engraving. All right, so let's go back to the LDS. So I already pre-saved all the files in my local data. So can you guys see it? Go back to the LDS, please. So I want to choose the file, which is the photo here. As you guys can see, I'm going to choose this one. And right now, we want to go to settings as well. And go all the way back and hit slide extension mode. And go back to the creation page. And once it's switched on, you can see it turned into like a bigger kind of red rectangles are here. And for this one, I want to set the size to 140 for the width, which is 14 millimeters. And also I want a line center. And I want to make sure the direction of a file is correct because I don't want to have an upside down kind of photo and on my t-shirts. And once it's a line center, I want to press it down a little bit and hit preview. So now it's gonna start to gliding. And right here, you see the blue line on top of the closing. So what we're gonna do is I wanna adjust the position of the slide extension. I wanna make sure this line is horizontal to the close here. So I wanna press it down a little bit more before I start engraving. So once it's all set, you need to lower the stand and just wait until those two red dots coincide. I think it's a little bit crooked, so I'm gonna twist it. I don't know if you guys can see it. Can you guys see those two red dots? And there we go. Here's how it looks for the setup. But keep in mind, guys, after some testing, even though I do want to use a minimum power and depth for this, but sometimes it's gonna come out dark. And the reason why it's dark is because it's gonna be still too much power and depth for the material. So in this case, I want to use the autofocal technique. So if you guys don't know what is autofocal technique, pretty much we'll want to defocus the laser unit, but it's on purpose. So normally when you engrave, right, you want to set those two red dots overlap on each other. But since it's too much power for the close, for the material, I want to raise the stance. Let's say I want to raise it for like 10 times. All right, I press the up button for 10 times and defocus the laser unit on purpose, just to try to reduce the power and try to have a lighter kind of color on the closing. So we want to hit scroll and to preview the engraving area, just like we did for the last project, even though we're using Rotary extension, but it's gonna be still the same concept. All right, once it's your ideal engraving area, and also I use the defocus, which is the autofocal technique. I'm gonna hit next, new engraving settings. And for this one, I wanna use dial laser and set everything to 1K for the resolution, 1% of the power, 1% of the depth, and only one pass. So as you guys can see, even though I set all the settings to minimum, I still want to use the defocus, which is the autofocal technique, to reduce the power a little bit because I don't want the results came out too dark. So you guys can experiment a little bit more to see what kind of effect is your idea. You want to make it a little bit darker, a little bit lighter, depends on your own preference. So once it's set up, go back, hit next, and pretty much just start the engraving process. I want to make sure my air purifier is working. So for the time being, this kind of size, I go with like 140 for the width It really depends on the how complex your photo is and how complex your file is, and also how big you want to go with the design. So for this one, it's going to be 140 millimeters for the width. It's roughly going to take around like 10 minutes ish, 10 minutes ish kind of engraving time. So while we're waiting, guys, we want to go to our website. So please bear with me. I want to show you guys what we got on our website at this point. So please screen share my laptop. I see questions. LP5 is faster, right? Exactly. So the speed of the LP4 is going to be 4,000 millimeters per second. And for the LP5, it's going to be 10,000 millimeters per second, which means it's double the speed and even more. It's more than double time. Yeah, it's more than double, exactly. So that's why LP5 is our fastest machines we currently have. So if you guys can see on the website, so you can find a link in the description box as well. At this point, we still have the mid-year sale that is going, and we do have 3 days left. So after three days, we're gonna be on the last day of the mid-year sale. So during the sale, you can save up to 36%, and we do have different kind of offers, and you can win $50 coupon after placing order, and 10 winners will receive this $50 coupon. And as you guys can see, we do have different kind of discounts for different kind of machines like LP2. We got 4 and 5 as well. So basically, the difference between those two machines is comes with different kind of power, different kind of laser source, and also different kind of capabilities. For example, for the LP2, it comes with diode lasers, and for the LP4, like this one I'm currently using, it comes with dual laser source systems. It comes with 1 diode lasers and 1 fiber laser. So 2 different laser sources, which means it's going to give you more abilities to engraving different kinds of objects. And also you can do cutting, engraving, both in different times. You can do color engraving on metal as well. And for LP5, it's the most powerful and fastest machine we currently have. It comes in 10,000 millimeters per second, which is the engraving speed, and also comes with a 20-watt diode laser and a 20-watt fiber laser. It's going to be the LP5, this one right here. And also for the LP5, it can do 3D embossing, deep engraving on slack coasters, which is stone, and also you can do cutting with metals, 3D embossing with metals as well. And also LP5 has the best color engraving effect when it comes to color engraving. And also we do drop the color engraving tutorial a month ago. So if you guys do want to learn how to do color engraving with LP4 and LP5, don't forget to check out the video if you haven't after the live stream. We do have like the whole process step-by-step guide. And also 2 days ago, we dropped the 3D embossing tutorial for the LP5. So if you do have one LaserPecker LP5 in the house and you do want to learn how to do 3D embossings with different materials, guys, we show you guys how to do it on brass coins, slack coasters, and also doing on wood. So 3 different kinds of materials is all explained in that video. And also we do prepare prepare all the files you need, all the tasks. And plus, guys, we have a show clip to show you guys how you can generate a depth map by using AI site. You can turn any photo you got, like a selfie of yourself, a family photo, like a landscape photo you took, you can turn it into depth map, and you can do 3D embossing by using that photo with the LaserPecker LP5. So don't forget to check it out after the live stream. Hi everyone, do you need the Bluetooth dongle for the LP5? You don't. So the LP5 can be used by Wi-Fi, or you can connect the LP5 through the USB cable and used by the software, the LDA software. So LP5 doesn't need the Bluetooth dongle. All right. So let's go ahead. So we not only have the machines on sale, we also have all accessory sales as well. For example, the safety enclosures, air purifier, and power pack, and slack extension, road extensions. You can just click on shop accessories. And for all the materials, we have the tier discounts on all materials. So what it means is it's pretty much if you buy more materials, you can save more. So if you do want to buy different kind of materials and start your own project, don't forget to take advantage during sales, guys. And right here, we do have different kind of materials. For example, this one is the stainless steel pendant, right? It's kind of like a puppy stack. So if you click on this one, you can see the price and everything. And this one, especially the silver color, is great for color engraving. So if you do want to try color engraving, this material is definitely your ideal kind of choice. And down here, you can see we do have the CraftZone Creative Contest, which is called the SMB Colorful Creative Challenge. So if you click join the contest, it's going to take you directly to the CraftZone. You can see all the theme and stuff. And those two were the color engraving project I did earlier. And also we do have prize, guys. So for this event, we have 2 groups of winners. For the how-to group, we're going to have 3 groups as winners. For the third prize, we're going to have 3 winners to receive the wood material pack, and the value is around like $100, $100 US. And for the second prize, we're going to have 1 winner to receive the $100 LaserPecker gift card. And also for the first prize, we're going to have 1 winner to receive this $300 US gift card. And also for the inspiration group, we're going to have 3 groups of winners as well. For the third prize, we're going to have 3 winners with 1,000 CraftZone seeds. You can use those seeds to redeem as like discount code, gift cards, or sometimes we're going to have some LaserPecker merchandise as well. And for the second prize, we're going to have 1 winner to receive the Bluetooth dongle. And the original value of this accessory is going to be $60 US. And last but not least, the first prize is going to be 1 winner to receive the $150 value of the LaserPecker gift card. So we do have all the timeline and rules, and just like the sales guys, the submission period is last until June 29th as well. So you're gonna have 3 more days. Judging criteria, rules, those kind of stuff. If you're interested, don't forget to participate in this creative contest, because you guys might have the chance to win the gift cards and prize as well. And on CraftZone, we are not only have this kind of contest. If you click on Laser Project, it's gonna take you all the free files, and also we have photos to show you guys how you engraving those projects, and it's including the files, which is for free, all the parameters like what kind of power we use, steps, and a step-by-step tutorial, and what kind of machine we use. Everything is up there. And you can also see the color engraving files I did like from last month for this one, Camelon, the world art, and also the flora and the ocean. So those 4 files were from the color engraving tutorials from this YouTube channel a month ago. And also we did have the latest files for the 3D embossing. It's brand new, it's just uploaded a couple of days ago. But this one is gonna be the brass coin, and it comes with, I believe, like 5 to 6 files, and the sled coasters, and the 3D wood engraving as well. So they all comes in like 5 to 6 files, and to guys to try it. And also we do have the tutorial. So after watching the tutorial, you can start right away. So while we're waiting, do you guys have any questions? The power pack was a game changer for me. Super easy to engrave everywhere. Exactly. We do all the LP series is portable and compact, which means you can just pack it up and take it. Let's say you do want to go to a studio, your house, or you like to join different like trade shows, craft shows, or different kind of export. All you have to do is set up your booth and place the machine on top, and use the power pack as the power source. So in that way, you can engrave anywhere. See questions. Can I use CraftZone from my phone? Exactly. All you have to do is go to the website. So if you do want to check out CraftZone, the link is in the description box down below. All you have to do is click the link, and it's going to take you directly to CraftZone. And just all you have to do is log in your account, and you can see all the files and projects. I see questions from like about the Bluetooth dongle. Is that the questions? So basically, the LP5 is on. You can only use the LP5 with the Wi-Fi, but there's something else. You can use the AP mode. So the AP mode is when you don't have any Wi-Fi connection. For example, you took your LP5 to like outside to any like trade shows, but you don't have Wi-Fi connection and you don't have hotspot with your cell phone. So in that way, you can use the AP mode without any Wi-Fi or network. You can connect your, you can connect your cell phone to the LP5 by using the AP mode. And the tutorial is also in this YouTube channel. So if you do want to learn how to use LP more, we also have the tutorial as well. Can we engrave on coins with LP4 too? Question from Chelsea. Of course, you can engrave it on coins as well, and also you can engrave it on different kind of metal as well. But keep in mind, if you do want to have the deep engraving effect and also the 3D embossing effect, you have to go with LP5. Since the LP5 comes with a 20-watt fiber laser, it's way more powerful compared to LP4. But you can, to answer your question, yes, you can still engraving on coins, different kinds of coins, different materials with LP4 as well, just the pattern. Yes, if you guys interested with those files, I mean, all the engraving files, we have a lot of them on CraftZone. I think it's pretty much done. Yeah, it is finished. So while we're waiting, it is finished for this one. So I'm gonna hit OK and raise the stand. And remove from the slide extension. So switch back to the, all right, there we go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove this, all the clipper from the slide extensions. Oops, I goofed it. And take it from the slide extension, and I wanna show y'all how it looks. So this is how this t-shirts look like after engraving. So there we go. You can see we do have kind of like a brownish and light kind of colors, but if you that's the reason. One of the reasons is because I used the autofocus. So if you use on the correct focal, which is 150, it's gonna be a little bit more darker. So I think I do have some samples I want to show you guys. I think it's this one. So I tried this one earlier. Let's see if I can do this. I want to compare both of these. You know what? I want to place on top of the desk. So this one, which one is this? This one is the new one. It's exactly what we just engraved. Can you see it? And also we got this one as well. So as you guys can see, this one is what we just engraved. Is a little bit more lighter, but this one I used the exactly 150 focal, so it's a little bit more darker. So completely different. I mean, it's kind of similar, but just in different kind of colors. This one is a little bit lighter, and this one is a little bit darker. So it depends on what kind of effect you are going to. You can use. You can tweak the focal distance a little bit more, and also increase the power, or try to reduce the power to fit your personal preference. All right, so that's it. This is the one. I'm gonna set it to the side. And while we're waiting, guys, let's start with the first round of the lucky draw. So for the lucky draw, I know you guys been waiting. We do have 3 rounds of lucky draw in today's live stream. And when it comes to lucky draw, we do have 3 rules. So the first rule is you have to subscribe our YouTube channel to be eligible to join the lucky draw. And for the second reason, the second rule is each viewer can only receive 1 prize per live stream. So in this way, we can make sure everybody have the chance to win a prize out of the live stream. And the rule number 3 is once I announce the keyword, you have to type in the keyword in the chat. So in that way, you are successfully joined the lucky draw. So for the first round of lucky draw, we're gonna have 1 viewer to receive the gift cards. So make sure you subscribe to our channel first. And the keyword of the first round of the lucky draw is gonna be 50 off, which is 50 OFF. So please type in 50 off in the chat, and we're gonna see who's gonna be a winner for the first round of lucky draw. I have never worn a chamois t-shirt. Are they comfortable? Yes, it's pretty comfy. It's nice and soft, guys. So this kind of material is nice and soft. It's kind of like cotton, but It's still different. It's a little bit more solid for the texture, I would say, but it is comfy. As you guys can see, it is nice and soft, right? So if you do want to try, please give it a shot and maybe try to engrave your own design, or maybe your own logo, your photos of your family, and engraving on chamois, and give it a shot. So go ahead and type in 50 off, guys. We're gonna start with the first round in 30 seconds. Five more seconds, guys. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, draw.
看他怎么用的时候，也用不着那个是名字。
So the winner for the first round of Lucky Draw is gonna Sarita. So congratulations, you just win the $50 LaserPecker gift card. So please go ahead and contact us. After the live stream, contact us after the live stream. Contact us at services@laserpecker.com to claim your prize. All right. So congratulations. And you know what? We might start with the second round of the lucky draw as well. So let's do the second round of the lucky draw. For the second round of the lucky draw, we're gonna have one viewer to receive the $100 value of the gift card. So just like what we did earlier, make sure you subscribe our channel. All right, this way. Subscribe this way. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to be eligible to join the lucky draw. And the keyword of the second round of the lucky draw is going to be laser 100. So please type in laser 100. I see a question from Joe. Do you sell the chamois t-shirts? So at this point, we don't. But if you guys do want to, we're definitely consider to sell different kinds of laser engraving, laser engravable, is that even a word? Laser engravable shirts or hoodies on our website. 1 minute, guys.
不是，就是我身边之前有个同事啊，或者说在网上看很多手节的说法，蛮多就是聊就是关系很亲近。对呀。
30 seconds. Come on, guys. We're gonna have one winner to receive. Receive what? Receive the $100 LaserPecker gift card. 10 more seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So the winner is, congratulations to Joe. Joe is one of our old friends. He's always here with us. So big shout out to Joe, and thank you to join our live stream all the time. And congratulations to receive the $100 value LaserPecker gift card. And just like before, please contact us after the live stream at services@laserpecker.com. All right. So for those of you guys who didn't win the prize, no worries. We're gonna have one more round of the lucky draw after the final project. So stay tuned and join us till the end. We're gonna have one more prize. All right. So once again, shout out to Joe and congratulations, Joe. Services@laserpecker.com is where you claim your prize. All right. Without further ado, let's go ahead and start with the last project of today's live stream. So with this, like I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna show y'all how to engraving on this kind of stuff. The name tag. So give it a look. So the material is, I believe, it's 201 stainless steel, but you can achieve similar results with different kind of materials like 304, I believe. So of course you need a material, and also you need the LP4 as well. But since I used the slide extension and roller extension from the previous project, I don't want to remove the riser base during the live. So, so in this way, we need a cutting plate, and also I need something to place on top because I do have the riser base, so the focal distance is changed. And plus, this stainless steel is pretty thin. So in this way, I'm gonna have the correct focal distance, all right? But if you're just using the LP4 and you don't use the riser base, you don't have to do this. All you have to do is place the cutting plate and also drop the stainless steel on top, and that's it. All right, I see the questions. I bought the device from Kickstarter about 2 years ago. Do you have regular maintenance tips, or do they need it? From AZ59. So what kind of device you got? You got LP4, LP5? So basically, and normally the maintenance is just to clean the fan right behind the laser unit. So for the LP4, it's on the back side, and for the LP5, it's from the side. So once you use for a while, you might see some dust build up on the fan. So all you have to do is like take out the fan. You don't even need a screw. Just take it off and take a soft brush and brush off the dust that accumulate on the fan. And also you can use some some wipe to clean off the lens. So because when you engrave like on smoky materials, especially things like woods, those kind of stuff, it might contaminate the laser lens, the laser mirror. So you want to clean it once in a while. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and start it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the material on top, and let's go back to my LDS. So I'm going to hit create to go to the creation page. Can you guys see it? All right, so now we are in the creation page. So first thing first, go to settings and go all the way down. So once we go all the way down, guys, you can see the experimental features. So click on this one and enable the single element engraving parameter and also single element transfer engraving. This is very crucial. Make sure you enable those two features. Otherwise, you won't be able to do the test array. And plus, guys, some of you guys have been asking, hey, I don't have the experimental feature in my settings. What is going on? The reason is because you use the wrong app. You might use the LaserPecker software, but it's the community version. Make sure you use the LaserPecker design space, and the latest version is going to be where you can find the experimental features. And then once you enable, go to material test array, and right here is where you do all the settings. So for this time around, I want to go 100 for the power, and the minimum power, I want to set it to 46. For the depths, I want to go with 50 and 25 for the minimum. Oops, goofed it there, 25. So as you guys can see from this test right here, I set the power range from 46 to 100, and for the depths is 25 to 50. But some of you guys might be wondering why though, why you set up all the parameters in this range. And the reason is because before the live stream, I already do the pre-test with the test array, and I realized that in this specific power range or settings range, it will give me my desired kind of color. So in this live, all I'm looking for is kind of like a brownish and yellowish kind of color because I want to engraving a puppy. So that's the color I'm looking for. And after the testing, I know this range will give me my desired colors. So once you set up all the powers, minimum powers, maximum powers, and depths, and those kind of stuff, we want to go down for the X and Y rows. So the more rows and columns you go, you will see more different colors. But in this time, I want to save some time. So all I want to do is go with a 4x4 grid. And also save the text, power, and depth as well. And this way, I want to go with fill. And I want to go with style laser, which is 1064. And I want to go for the resolution, I want to go with 4K. So once it's all set, click the check mark and go back to the creation page. So I want to go ungroup, and I want to take a screenshot. I want to change this to something else because I want to save some time. The only reason I change those text is just to save us some time. So I'm going to put a random columns here, and I don't need all these numbers. But make sure before you delete it, make a screenshot so you won't forget. So this step is not necessary. It's just because I want to save some time, guys. I want to delete all the all the text. and leave the lattice here to help me to figure out the direction and group again. And for the size, I want to go with 17 millimeters, since the width of the stainless steel is going to be 25. So, 27. So I want to go with 17. 17 is more than enough. And also select your file, align center. When you do color engraving, guys, it doesn't really matter if you're doing the test array or the final project. You always want to align center to have the best effect. Hit preview and adjust the size, lower the stand, find the focal distance. And plus, if you guys do interested about color engraving, we do have a full tutorial to show guys step by step with LP4 and LP5 as well. So I want to place it right in the center. Hit next, new engraving settings, and hit start to start the engraving process. All right, for this one, for this test ray, roughly around a couple minutes. Questions. Have you ever thought about setting up your site with a firm so people can make payments? So we're definitely gonna, so first of all, we appreciate your suggestions, and we'll definitely talk to relative departments to see what we can do and what we can improve about this software. About the website, And also, I bought the device from Kickstarter about 2 years ago. And do you have regular maintenance tips? Oh, that's the previous questions. All right, we're into the second columns. We have two more columns to go. So all we're doing is to engrave the test array and see what kind of colors we can get. Do you have to offset it to get colors? No, you don't have to offset it to get colors. You don't have to set the distance of the laser like in LP5. Yes, you do. So in the video, I mentioned about the defocus, which is the autofocal technique. You can still get colors by the correct focal distance by 150. But in this way, you don't have so many color variations. So the reason why I mentioned you have to defocus, which is use the 154 millimeters focal distance, is because in that way you can have more color variations. And same for LP4. All right. I see a lot of comments, but hold on, guys. Let me finish this first, and we're gonna have a Q&A sessions. Oops. And once it's finished, I want to clean off the surface. So I'm not so sure if you guys can see it. So pretty much once we engrave, you can see we do have the array here, and you can see different colors. And some of the bottom rows is kind of like a light colors, and the top row is more like a brownish kind of color. So at this point, all I'm gonna do is compare the screenshot and pick the color and choose the correct parameter. So pretty much, all I want to do is compare, and to pick the, to pick the correct color I want to go with. So in this way, I want to go with 100 for the power and 50 for the depth. So I want to place this back. Oops. And then go back to the LDS, please. I want to delete the file and go back because I pre-saved the file in my LDS. So my creations, I want to choose the kitty right here. All right. And this way we want to go with fill. And the width of this is going to be, I believe, 25 because the width of the standing steel is going to be 27. So once you adjust the size, hit align, center your file. In this case, I want to edit the text. So I want to name it as kitty. And also you can choose different fonts as well, depends on your own preference, I mean. So which one should we go with? You know what, doesn't even really matter. I'm gonna go with this one. And make it a little bit smaller. Can you guys see it? There we go. I'm gonna place this right underneath the puppy design. And group and select the whole thing. Group them back together and center your file again. Make sure you always want to center your file, guys, when it comes to the color engraving. And now we want to adjust the focal a little bit more. And place this right in the center according to a preview box. I know you guys might not see it from a live stream, but I can see it pretty clearly from my point of view. So one is set up the next. Oops, I forgot to set up the settings. So once you enable those two features in the experimental features, you have to set up the parameter first. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to layers, engraving layers, and the fill. Set up the parameters we use, so which is a fiber laser 4K 50 one pass, and same for the text 4K 50. 100% for the power. And go back to preview, and there we go. The next, and double check with all the settings. 4K, 100% for the power. There we go. Hit OK. And this one is roughly gonna take around, I would say, a minute to finish. And after this, we're gonna have the last round of the lucky draw, guys, and also we're gonna have a Q&A sessions. How it goes. All right. So let's see. In the laser design software, why can't you cut and paste the text in the designs? Question from Randy. You mean copy and paste the text from other software to the designs, or can you elaborate on your questions? So now you can see the puppy's pattern. And then we're gonna have the second part, which is the text. So there we go. I'm gonna take some napkins and clean the surface. Yep, there we go. Yep, for this one. If you guys can see it. Oops, right. Hold on, I need some light. And there we go. Yep, you guys can see it's kind of like a brownish kind of color, which is exactly what I picked from the test array. So pretty much when it comes to color engraving, the key is to do the test array. Test array is the most important step because in that way, you can pick the desired colors you want. And once you find the color you're happy with, you can go ahead and setting the file into the specific parameters so you can get the colors. And in this live demo, I only choose one layer, which is one color. But you can separate your patterns into different layers to have multiple colors for your files. So if you're interested, we do have the tutorials in this YouTube channel, and don't forget to check it out after the live stream, all right? So that's pretty much it. Let's start with the last round of today's lucky draw, guys. For the last round of today's lucky draw, we're gonna have one viewer to receive the Rotary extensions. And if you just joined the live stream, the rule is this. For the rule number 1, you have to subscribe our YouTube channel to be eligible to join the lucky draw, all right? So make sure you haven't, please go ahead and subscribe our channel. And rule number 2 is every single viewer can receive one prize per live stream, just to make sure everybody have the chance to win the prize out of today's live stream. Rule number 3 is once I announce the keyword, please type in the keyword to start join the lucky draw, all right? So the keyword of the last round of lucky draw is gonna be LP gift. So please type in LPGIFT in the chat, and we're gonna see who is the grand winner of today's lucky draw. Do you use dry napkins or wet them with something? You mean for the stainless steel? Question from Joe. If you're talking about the stainless steel, all I'm doing is use some dry napkins to clean up. And also, you can use some dry napkins with some alcohol and drench the napkins in alcohol and to clean the surface of the stainless steel. And you kind of brought an interesting point. When it comes to color engraving, every time before the engraving, make sure you clean the surface before the engraving, because any contaminations will affect the oxide layer formation. In that way, you won't have a positive effect for the color engraving. So make sure, try to avoid like touch the surface and fingerprints and those kind of stuff. In 1 minute, guys. In 5, you guys ready? The grand prize of today's live is gonna be Rotary extensions in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and draw. Let's see who's the winner of the Rotary extension, which is compatible with LP4, 5, and LX1. So congratulations on Dave. It is one of our old friends as well. So big shout out to you, my friend. I want to appreciate always come to our live stream and join our lucky draws. So congratulations, Dave. And please email us at services@laserpecker.com. And for all the winners in today's lucky draws, don't forget to contact us after the live stream so we can get back to you and get ready for your prize, all right? So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all the main content of today's live stream. We're gonna do a short Q&A, so if you guys do have any questions, now is the time. Brad, we might have some questions, so. All right, good night, Perry. Stay safe and take care. Thank you for coming. You're welcome anytime. So is there any questions, guys? Oh, from Lesa has said, I'm going to bed. It's 5:18 here. Thanks for a great stream. Thank you for joining us in the late night. Hope you have a great day, and good night, my brother. Thanks for the live stream. I can't wait to try the color engraving tomorrow. Of course, if you guys do have any questions, you can find me at the LP4 and LP5 YouTube group. I'm one of the administrators in the group, so you can shoot me a DM and ask me questions. You can find me there. So do I have to sharp on plastic before I engrave it, or so you showed up? On plastic? I mean, can you elaborate the questions? Are you saying you're trying to engrave it on plastic? Where did the tumblers come from? So at this point, we bought these tumblers on ourselves. We don't have this tumbler at this point, but I can guarantee you in the short future, we'll start to have this kind of rainbow kind of effect tumblers. And once we have, we'll make an announcement to let everybody know. And I believe it's gonna be comes in different colors. Can be used with third-party software? Yes. Question from Musar. Yes, you can use. I believe you can use Lightburn as well with our machines. Lightburns, and also you can use our own software, which is the LaserPecker. We do have the LaserPecker Design Space, which is the app and the software. So I'm trying to engrave on a Lego tile. It engraves, but it doesn't show up. It's just the same color, so it blends in, and it is not visible. So I believe if you're Lego, I believe if you do engrave, it's, one of the reasons might be under the first layer, it's going to be the same color. So what kind of laser source you use? Do you try both laser source? And also, I'm not so sure what kind of model you got. You got LP4 or LP5? So Brad, you got any suggestions? We're trying to engraving on plastic, but it's the same color and it's not visible. Have a great day. Thank you, guys. So for the username is LaserPecker. What kind of model you got? I own 2. The Pro. Is that the LP1? No. I think one of the reasons is because LP1 has a very minimum kind of power, because LP1 Pro is one of a product from early days. So the key point is compact, it's portable, but it might not have enough power to create the colors you want to see. Bye, Hood. All right, if you guys don't have any questions, that's the main content of today's live stream. So don't forget to subscribe to our other social media platforms. And also, you can find all links in the description box. And as always, my name's Rex, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bye-bye.